Hey, what's up, Andrew? This is a quick demo video for you for your Roman's Balance V4 and also a recessed blade that I made for this guy as well. This is installed with CFX. It's got two sets of these shadow foil props lit PCBs. So there's one, obviously. I'll show you the other one here in a second. You've got a 2-button setup. Now, your two switches that are under the clamp card, they are offset from each other. The back one, which is your auxiliary, that's going to be right in the middle. So you'll press that, right? And then your front one is kind of up a little bit, and it's away from these green and red acrylic pieces because I needed room to put in two LEDs in there. So I just kind of backed it off center a little bit. But as long as you press it from right here, you won't even be able to tell that at all. All right. If you wanted to ever get to the board, what you'd want to do is take your pommel and unscrew it. This is, well, it's not the only place on the Saber it opens, but this is how you get to the board. You take this off. It has a spacer in it. All right. So that's a nice tight press fit that stays in there. It doesn't come out. You'll see your speaker here. Be very careful and just kind of do this over a desk or something so you don't drop it, but your speaker will fall out like that. So this is a 28mm Smugglers Outpost Elite speaker, obviously in a removable speaker pod. We're using the stock pogo pins and PCB connection here. We do that so that we can get to your board. So you'll notice when you look at the top of the board and you look at your clamp card back here, they are kind of cockeyed from each other, and that is on purpose, and I'll show you why I did that here on the other side when we open it up. But you can take a pair of tweezers or something and get that SD card out very easily, or you have micro USB access, so if you want to use the rice port, you can do that as well. All right, but if you don't want to get to the board and change your fonts or something, you never even have to take this out. So we'll put that right back in. We'll screw this all the way down. That spacer that's in here helps push the speaker up against those pogo pins and keeps it nice and tight. So that's locked down. And then to put batteries in and out of this guy, you want to unscrew it here at the grenade section. All right, so take that out. You've got a blade side PCB in there so that never comes out. And this is your second shadow foil props PCB. So all those LEDs on there do fire up. Now when you look in here, very hard to see, but when you get it in person, my camera may not want to focus on it. All of the wires from the board to your switches and your LEDs, they come just past the battery cradle, and I didn't want them resting right on top of the battery cradle and there be any way for you to snag the battery on them, and that's why I kind of like twisted this guy a little bit and I tucked the wires over here, so they'll never be an issue for you to put the battery in. If you look at it just close enough, you can kind of see those wires in there. So they're kind of up in there, tucked to the side, come up top here to the control box. You never have to worry about putting anything in carefully. All right. This is a 0.9-inch diameter opening here, so not quite enough room for me to do what I would normally like to do and hide my wiring. So instead of doing that, I put it all in shrink tube so it looks nice and tidy for you. You don't see any wiring in there. But your spring is in here. So spring side is your negative side of your battery. I did not say that on one of my videos the other day, and sure enough, somebody put it in backwards and fried it. So negative side of your battery goes inside the hilt. All right, so we'll put it in there now like this.
I saw darkness.
It'll snap right in there, and you can see your LEDs going back and forth, and then we'll just take our grenade section and screw it right on. All right, lock it down nice and tight. Now everything's good to go there. We can come over here and hit activation from the very front of the clamp card. So you got those lighting up. If we were to unscrew this right now, you got those lighting up as well. All right, so obviously nothing here because there's no power. And when we slap this on and screw it in, it gives you power right there too as well. All right. Auxiliary back here. You hold it down for blade lockup and you'll see that animation in your LEDs. And we'll just hold it, the power button, to turn it off. like that. And now I've got your recessed blade over here as well. So Neopixel blade, recess. This was made specifically for this saber, so I'm not quite sure if this will work on any other recessed blade sabers, although this is pretty similar in depth to the Magic of Myth. So if you had that saber in the future, this blade would probably work with that. All right, we're just going to take it in here. It is a nice snug fit. I'm not going to use your blade retention because it holds the blade very well. But when, just depending on how much you want to swing this around, you'll want to use your blade retention screw right there. All right, there it is right there. Now, when you put this in, if you're going to twist the blade in, twist it to the right like you're tightening it. And then when you take it out, if you want to twist it, taking it out as well, twist it to the right. This piece right here is screwed on, and this piece right here is screwed on as well. Now, I hand cranked them as tight as I could, but if you put a lot of pressure on this inner cup and you twist your blade to the left, you could loosen it, so you don't want to do that. All right, but when we get that blade all the way in there, I did get all your sound fonts on here, so what we'll want to do is just hold down auxiliary.
Sound bank selection. Master Skywalker.
I'm ready. You can never arcade if you're not with the Force is.
I'm never touching audio player. I'm never touching that thing again.
Right here, and then when you find a sound font you like, hold down the power button.
That lightsaber, it belongs to me.
Go again.
Sound bank selection. I'm never touching that thing again.
The Force is with you, young Sky.
If you don't like this color, hold down auxiliary and twist your wrist.
Spectrum.
And now you can twist the saber to any color you like. We'll find a green here and then tap power. All right. Now we've locked in that green blade. And of course you can do that with any font. I'm left-handed, so it could be hard to see your blinkies when I'm holding it with my left hand, but right-handed, of course. You got your control box going. Good flash. Kind of turn your blade all the way around so you can see it. Nice and illuminated from every side. So how I make these blades is I buy the blade stock and the parabolic tip from the custom saber shop. I use my own PCB that I buy from Osh Park, but it has two sets of BTF strips in it. It's got the foam in it, then it's got the nylon covering for the foam, and then all that goes inside of the blade. So you're nice and diffused here. You should like how it comes out. Again. The saber's nice and loud. Play your soundtrack as a double tap on the blade. Right. And then it's another double tap to turn it off. Just like that. All right. So we'll go ahead and take the blade out of here. Remember, if you're going to twist it to the right. That keeps everything nice and locked down. I did not put any glue or any kind of adhesive on the threads. I don't like doing that. I just hand cranked it as tight as I could. All right. But we can come over here and unscrew our grenade section. And you shouldn't have any problem taking it out with your finger. So just come over here and kind of pop it out like that. Pull this out. All right. And then we'll put this back on for safekeeping. But that is basically your balance V4 with recessed blade and CFX. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will get this out in the mail to you by tomorrow. Thanks.